Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of OpenCart Marketplace Customer Reverse Auction plugin. Now using this particular plugin, the customers can request any product from the sellers of the marketplace. Once the customer request is approved by the store admin, the sellers of the marketplace can place a bid for that customer request to fulfill the request of the customer there. In turn, the customer will choose the lowest bid to purchase the product, and the customer will accept the bid and purchase the product from the seller on the lowest price for the bid that the customer has approved. So in today's video tutorial, I'll be showing you the workflow at the customers end, how the customers would be able to add the request for the products, how they can view the request list, how they can view the bid list. Then on the vendors end, I'll be showing you how the vendors would be able to place a bid for the seller request there at the marketplace storefront. But before we proceed further with this particular video tutorial for the OpenCart Marketplace Customer Reverse Auction, kindly do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. So right now you can see that I'm at the storefront here, and to access or to view the complete customer requests, we can see we have this customer request option in the header there. So if I tap on that, that will bring up the complete list of customer requests that have been made by the customers. From here, if you're already logged in, you can add a request as well. Otherwise, if you want, you can view the requests as a user. So to view a particular request under the customer request list, this is the global customer request list within the marketplace itself that lists the complete request list of the marketplace customers. Now if I tap here on the view request button, we'll be able to view a particular request. For example, customer request view, I want to buy a novel book. Here we have the budget, the deadline for the same, posted, by, from, the location, the description, the condition that is required, and the brand also is there. So right now you can see that we have not logged into as a seller, so we'll not be able to place a bid here for the customer request there. But if we have logged in as a customer, we'll be able to do what we say as we can request the same request as well by tapping here on the request same request. For that we'll have to log in. Otherwise we can place a bid as a marketplace vendor for the customer request there. So this was how we can access the global customer requests at the storefront. And here we also have the add request button. Tapping that would bring up the add new request form, as you can see, and here you can add your request by selecting your category, entering the product name, the description, uploading an image for the same, choosing the condition, selecting the manufacturer for the product, entering your email. If you're already logged in, then there is no need to enter your email address, your first name, last name, your budget, your request deadline, and your country, state, city, and the zip code values are required. So right now you can see that we have a login and a sign up button. Apart from that, you can also log in using the social networks like the Facebook and the Twitter as well. And after logging, then you can basically add a new request for the product there within the marketplace. Now let's log into the customer end first, and let's see how the workflow goes on the customer's end. For that, I'll just tap here on the login button, and I'll be logging into a customer's account first. So let me go ahead and let me enter steve@webcool.com, and let me log in to the customer account. Now after the successful installation of this particular plugin, what happens is that let me cancel this out. What happens is that under the customer account block on the right hand side, as you can see, here we have a my request option. Under that we have add request, request list, and the bid list. Under the add request list, we'll find this particular add new request section. Under the request list, we'll find the complete list of requests that we have generated for the products from the marketplace sellers there. And under the bid list, we'll be able to find the sellers who have placed the bid for our products. So let's do one thing. Let's generate a request first. So for that, I'll just tap here on the add request, and the same form comes up. Here I'll be choosing the category. For example, I'll be choosing fashion top jackets. I'll be choosing the product as black leather jacket. I'll be entering the description for the same. Need a jacket for the winters there. And here I'll be choosing an image for the product there, if I have any product images. So I'll just choose one image. For example, I'll just choose a t-shirt image for the time being. The product condition, I'll set it as new. I'll choose the manufacturer for the product. I'll set the budget within which I want this particular black leather jacket. Then I'll be setting up the deadline for this particular bid that I'm going to create. Then I'll choose my country. Accordingly, I'll be choosing my state, my city, my zip code, and then I'll be tapping here on the submit request button. Now as soon as the request has been submitted, the request would then be viewed under the my request list. So I'll be showing you that in a while from now, as soon as the request gets submitted. So you can see that the request has been edited successfully, and here we are under the your request list. So you can access the your request list by going to my request. Under that we have the add request to add the request, and to view the complete list of requests that we have made, we'll go to the request list. So I'll tap on the request list, and this is the request list. Now initially the request would be unapproved, so it would have to be approved by the admin from the backend. Right now you can see that for the particular request, you can only delete the request and edit the request, but you cannot view the request. Now if I go back to the admin backend panel, the customer will have the customer reverse auction. Under that he'll have the customer request list, and here's the black leather jacket that we have requested for. Let's approve it up. Now we come back and I refresh the my request list section. You can see that the particular request has been approved, and we also have a view request button. So here you can see the customer name who has requested this particular request. That's Steve Doe. The location is California, United States. We can edit or we can view the request as well. To view the request, I'll just tap on the view button, and that would bring up the complete view of the particular request that I have made, with my budget, my deadline, posted at buy from California, description, need a jacket for the winter is there, condition is new. I'm not a seller, so I cannot place a bid on this particular product there. Now if I go back to the request list once again, request list, for that I'll just go to my request list, and here's the black leather jacket request that I've made. I can edit the request as well by tapping on the edit request button, and here we can make the changes to the request title, its description, the product condition, the budget, the deadline. We can change the manufacturer and the category, and we can also upload a new image. Let me upload a new image there. So I'll just change that particular image that I had uploaded. So after that I'll be saving it up. So that's how basically you can generate a new request for a product within the marketplace there. And after you've generated the request there, also kindly note that if you're updating a particular request there, then the request would be unapproved automatically. So you can see that it was approved. After editing, it has been unapproved. Now let me go back and let me reapprove this particular one once again by tapping here and coming back to my request list and refreshing the page there. So now it's approved right now. So that's how I've shown you my request, how to add a request, how to check the request list, and then we have the bid list here. Right now for our products, none of the sellers have bidded there, so I'll show you that in a moment from now. Now, as I've already told you, what happens is that the customer requests any product from the sellers of the marketplace, and once the customer request is customer approves a particular bid there for the lowest bid, then the customer can purchase that particular product on that bid value itself. So these were the options under the customer's account, that are add request, request list, and the bid list. Now let me log out of the customer account there. and I'll be logging into the seller account. I'm sorry for that, I had to choose login there. And here I'll be logging into the vendor's account panel. I'll just change the default vendor view there. Now it's okay. Now on the right hand side under the marketplace block here of the account options, here we have the manage request bid list. So after a particular seller places a bid on a particular product, that particular thing would then get listed here. For that bid would be listed here. So now let's go to the customer request. So how the vendors would be able to see the customer request, they have to go to the customer request section here from the top, and here's by Steve Doe black leather jacket, and as a seller I can view the request by tapping on the view request button, and that will bring up the location, the image of the product, the details, the my budget, and the rest of the things. And here you can see that we have the submit your bid option, right? So from here I can choose the product. For example, I'll choose the black leather jacket, that's for $300. The actual bid set by the customer was $30. I'll set it to $20, and I can set a comment as well. Can we proceed further with the bid amount for the product? And then we can submit this particular bid for the customer, that's the Steve Doe. It would take a few seconds there. So your bid has been successfully submitted. So you can see that the bid has been successfully set up here, and the seller bid list is also visible on the particular bid there. And if I now go to manage request bid list, here you can see that the black leather jacket with the customer name who had requested this particular bid is visible, and right now the status for the same is unapproved. The seller can view the particular bid details. As you can see here, here we have the requested budget at 30, the details. Right now we haven't made any communications. If you want, you can also update the bid price by selecting this option and changing the bid price. Can we proceed further now if you want to make a purchase? And I can send this particular message to the customer there. So it will just take a second there. So you can see that the message has been sent successfully. Can we proceed further now if you want to make a purchase? We can also change the bid price if you want, and we can send the message once again to the customer there. So that's how after the bid has been placed by the seller can go to the manage request bid list and view the particular bid list there. Now let's hop on to the customer end once again. So I'll be logging out of the seller account there, and I'll log into the customer account once again. So I'll just go ahead and I'll type steve@webpool.com and the password, and I'll be tapping here on the login button. Now here what I'll do is I'll go to my request. Initially the bid list section was empty because none of the sellers had bidded on my request. Now if I go to the bid list, I can find the request for the black leather jacket, the bidder John Doe, the product name black leather jacket, the bid price has been set as 20, it's unapproved right now. Now as a customer I can view this particular bid list or the bid. Here's the requested info. The requested was $30. Request description by customer was need a jacket for winters there, and the bid has been made by John Doe seller, and the bid price is $20. As you can see, the requested image is here and the status is unapproved right now. Now under the conversation here we can see can we proceed further now if you want to make the purchase, the message that was sent by the vendor there. And from here the customer can approve or unapprove the particular bid there, and can set the status as required. For example, if I want to approve it, I'll select approved. Okay, we can proceed further, and then the customer can send it out, and the status of this bid would be approved then. So you can see that the status is approved right now, and if I go to the conversation here, you can see that it's approved right now. Now if I go to my requests and the request list, and I go to my request that was black leather jacket, and I view that up. I can view the bidders who have bidded on this particular one, and now because I have approved this particular seller there, if I tap here on the black leather jacket, I can select the size, color, and I can add it to the cart. You can see that the actual price was 300 because the bid was placed, the lowest bid was on $20. So if I take you back under the requests for this, let me view this black leather jacket and the list of sellers who have bid. So here the bid amount was $20. Now let's go to the black leather jacket. Here I'll select the size, color, and I'll add it to the cart, and the amount would be $20 on which the bid amount was there, as you can see right now. And from here the customer can proceed further to make a checkout and purchase the product on the lowest bid price there. Also, one more thing I wanted to show you, after the request has been confirmed and you can see the particular seller bid list here. If I go to the request list, I have to navigate to customers my request and the bid list that displays the complete list of sellers who have bid on my product. Here as well I'll be able to see the add to cart button, and from here we can add the particular product into the cart on the bid price itself. Otherwise, if I view this particular bid, I can check the details of the bid as well. So there are two ways to add the product there into the cart. So yes, that was much about the OpenCart Marketplace Customer Reverse Auction plugin, and I hope that this particular flow helped you out in understanding a brief overview of the plugin itself. And if you still have any questions, queries, sessions, or requirements, then anytime you can get back to us at support@webcool.com, or you can raise a ticket at webcool@qvidesk.com. Apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video and have a great day ahead.